welcome back to episode 34 of Katawa Shoujo. So, without further ado, let's continue. Tell her I love her. I think she's beautiful. Tell her that I'll be there when she needs me. I will stay with her, to hold her close as she falls back to sleep. How many nights has she woken up like that, only to find nobody's there? I want to be the person she can be with when that happens. It's a silly thought. Oh no, we don't know each other that well, do we? The whole idea, while exhilarating, also makes me feel worried. Worried perhaps, that I'd overstep boundaries. And now that adds to my trouble. It seems to me as if herself has already has an interest in someone else. This track captain of hers, who seems so interested in her well-being. True, I've only seen the two of them together a few times, but that doesn't change the fact that they seem better suited to one another. There's really nothing to be done about that. I need to take my mind off this whole situation. I've got homework to do. Maybe that'll distract me. Rise and shine, geezer. The night of restlessness has left me feeling fairly groggy this morning. The events of the previous day keep intruding upon my mind. The memory of how Emmy felt against me. The memory of our wrestling match. And, most bothersome, the memory of her nightmare. She was in so much pain. Can't stop wondering what it must be like for her to wake up with nobody there. The shower shocks me awake with hot water, awake but still worried. What will happen today? Things just go back to normal. End of the episode, back to the status quo. There was a connection yesterday, something that nearly pushed us past the boundaries of normal friendship. Would that have been so bad? My mind goes back to the look Emmy had in her eyes after our pillow fight. Almost seemed she was daring me to go on. Almost. I can't know for sure. Anyway, the track captain's probably first in her affections. But even as I say that, my mind is already snorting deliriously. I'm just looking for an excuse, a reason for everything to go wrong, a reason not to try, a reason to give up. It's not as if I've ever seen the two of them together outside of track practice. Clearly he's never visited, and he said as much herself. If they were close, surely he'd visit. I'm such a wuss. I ought to just go for it anyway. Damn those consequences. That's what Emmy would do. I know that's what she'd do. Which is partially why I'm convinced there's no interest on her end. She hasn't acted either. Maybe that's because of this track captain. It's impossible to be... she's got a bit of an unrequited crush or something. They would be able to clarify their relationship. Sure as hell can't be Emmy. She probably just laughed and asked why I wanted to know, and I'm not ready to answer that yet. Rin would probably just give me some cryptic answer or something, and then with my luck she'd just ask Emmy. He would ask why I wanted to know, and I've already covered that problem. I wonder, did I get away with asking the nurse? He seemed pretty protective of Emmy. I'm sure he'd know if something was up. And he has me for not letting Emmy know he forgot to tell me about her being ill, so he'll keep quiet. Won't be asking why I want to know though. I can shake him off just so I'm curious as a friend. He'll buy that, won't he? Of course! That's settled. And then, after the run, I'll talk to Emmy while he's waiting outside the office. There's no sign of Emmy when I arrive at the track. Is she still too ill? I decide to give her 10 minutes. I'm a little early, and she was ill yesterday, so if she takes a while to show up, it shouldn't be surprising. Still, I'd hate to just waste my time, so I occupy myself by stretching and pacing back and forth anxiously. Wi-Fi went too far yesterday. Oh man, do have to be careful nowadays, geezer. Careful. What if she doesn't come because she's embarrassed? What if? You're early again, Hisao. I'm impressed. Just like that, I feel some of the tension leaving my body. Amy seems to be bright and cheerful as usual, with no sign that she was even ill the other day, much less had less than restful sleep. I still have to ask, sleep well last night? It's just a throwaway question, small talk, sort of thing people would ask someone when they bump into a cafe while getting their morning coffee. But not for us. At least, not for me. I don't know if Emmy realises that I'm actually concerned about how well she slept last night, but the question does give her a pause. After a short moment of what seemed like genuinely pondering this, she nods. Yeah, sure did. Was it because of me? Did I actually help? Or are you just saying that to get me to stop asking questions? Good to hear. Emmy grins and begins warming up. So, ready to begin? Psst. Am I ready? Of course I'm ready. I was born ready. Emmy laughs at my bravado, and we take off running. I'll keep a steady pace the whole time, breathing steadily. I still feel dead at the end, but at least I don't gasp like a fish out of water now. Emmy is positively beaming after the run today. Nice job, Hisao, you're improving. You'll be half as fast as me in no time. The laugh is delivered with a teasing grin that I've grown all too used to. Oh, how exciting. Emmy begins to run her sprints while I'll take a cool down lap. She's really pushing herself today. By the time I'm done with my lap, she's lying across one of the bleachers, looking exhausted. Goodness, not pushing it a little too much today, are you? You did just have a cold, you recall? And he gives me an annoyed snort and sits up. Ah, I'm just trying to make up for lost time, that's all. I went twice as hard today, you know? A good one is always gets the kinks out, you know? Clears the mind too. Or weight training, in the old bench. Bench press, fun one. Oh. Emmy nods vigorously. Yeah, it's a great outlet for that sort of thing. She does not explain further, and I don't ask. I expect she knows the real reason she went so hard today. Being sick had nothing to do with it. Something's bothering her. Maybe the nightmare, maybe something else. But it's not my place to pry. She'd tell me if she wanted to know. I'm sure that comes in handy. You have no idea. The sincerity in her voice confirmed my suspicion. The only problem is, even though I know she'd tell me if she wanted to know, I still want to know. Something on your mind then? Amy doesn't seem surprised by my question. Indeed, she shrugs. Nah, it's nothing worth getting worried about. She seems as if she's trying to convince herself as much as convincing me. I open my mouth to ask if yesterday's responsible for her current state of mind, but think better of it. Too much risk asking of her taking the question the wrong way. So I'm not even sure myself what to think about yesterday. Really, I can only go about as far as how it felt to have Emmy sleeping next to me before my brain shuts down. Having her before me now, covered in sweat, and looking wryly at me, she's making it difficult to think. Yeah, I'll hear you. We better hurry to the nurse, we're running short of time. Aren't we always? Emmy laughs at this, a dry chuckle that seems most un-Emmy-like. Too true. For a brief moment she looks old, worn down by some old hurt. But just like yesterday I can almost see her shouldering the burden and straightening up slightly. And then she's back to being Emmy again. Well, some people just deal with it that way, don't they? Come on then, Hisao. Brace you. With a sudden smile, she darts off. Hey. Hey, no fair. I take off after her, knowing I won't catch her, but not caring. Even if there's no chance of catching her, I'll still run after her. Emmy's waiting for me at the door as I arrive. Well, well, well. Look, he's finally showed up. Yeah, yeah. Enjoy your victory while you still can. Emmy grins as the nurse pokes his head out of the door. Well, there you are. Come on in, Hisao. And what has become a familiar routine by now. He checks my blood pressure and my heart rate. A bit fast today, isn't it? Yeah, kinda raced Emmy here. The nurse laughs. That's never a good idea. He leans in to whisper to me in a conspiratory manner. I don't know if you've heard, but Emmy's a bit of a track star. I reel back in mock surprise. Oh no. Oh no. Anyways. Really? She never mentioned it before. The two of us share a laugh. Did she do okay today? Cold seemed to bother her. Why don't you ask her? He raises his eyes in exasperation. Of course I'm going to ask her too, but she'll tell me that she didn't have any problems regardless of whether or not she did. So I'm asking you because you're her friend and will probably tell me if she had trouble today. When he puts it that way, it makes a lot more sense. You seem pretty good today, if a little more tired than usual. She was already feeling better when I dropped by yesterday, so I'm not that surprised. The nurse nods though. I noticed he tenses slightly when I mentioned yesterday's visit. Well, that's good to hear. I figured it was just a 24-hour thing. Emmy tends to recover quickly from Carlton's away. Hey, speaking of Emmy, I assume the track captain, well, you know. A look of suspicion crosses his face. I can see that suspicion. Why'd you ask? Well, it's just they seem kinda close. I was just curious, you know. I've never asked her because that kind of thing would be embarrassing. So far, so good. Now to really sell it. Besides, I think they make a cute couple. The nurse laughed. I don't suppose you're first to think that. I think I can say with certainty that the two of them will never do anything like that. Certainty. Yep. Well, I could tell you, of course, confidentiality and all that. Yeah, right. Just holding a secret over my head. That too. Right, get out of here, I'm a busy man, you know. I roll my eyes at his last statement and head out the door, motioning to Emmy to go in. The whole time, I'm trying to keep from doing a celebratory dance. The two of them will never do anything like that. That's precisely the sort of thing I wanted to hear. I'm half tempted to make some sort of move on Emmy right now. I think the nurse would probably disapprove. Besides, I still don't know exactly how Emmy feels about me. I mean, it's obvious she cares about me as a friend, but something more than that, I can't be certain. Even so, I can't help but feel hopeful. Just need to figure out a good time to tell Emmy exactly how I feel. Puzzle shows me occupied for the rest of the day at least. The rooftop is completely deserted. Normally I could count on Rin to be up here before me, but she's strangely absent. Wonder if she decided to accompany Emmy to the cafeteria for once. That seems pretty unlikely, but it's all I can think of right now. Part of me wants to go to work for Rin, but a far larger part of me is too pleased with the way the sun feels on my skin to care. I pick idly at my lunch while I wait for Emmy and Rin to show up. Doesn't take too long for me to hear the sounds of someone coming up the stairs. I wait until the door begins to open before talking. Took you long enough. Keep me waiting for you, honestly. The two of you are, huh? Well, that's odd. The only person standing in the doorway is Emmy, who looks mildly confused. What do you mean, huh? It's me, you know, Emmy. You run in the mornings? She grins and my heart jumps slightly in my chest at the sight. Yeah, I know that, I'm just confused. Where's Rin? Emmy's grin is replaced by a rather guilty looking expression. Yeah, about that. I sort of, gave her my call. Oh dear. Am I at risk too? It makes sense after all. Emmy and I were in close contact the other day. So what did she and Rin do with Gabriel? Steady on, old lad. Don't go down that road. Steady on, old lad. Don't go down that. But I wanted to give that a bit more emphasis because that's a name-worthy statement. Rin's just probably got a worse immune system than me. Emmy seems shocked by my comment. Like she hasn't considered that before. I hope not. I'd feel terrible if you got ill because of me, Hisao. Oh man, I feel a fever coming on. Emmy looks horrified and then quickly shifts into a more angry expression. Hisao, you stop getting sick this instant. I won't have it. Impulsively, she seizes me by the collar. Are you listening to me, Hisao's immune system? Get your ass in gear. I give a smart salute. A duly noted man. Emmy steps back and nods satisfied. Good. We're not allowed to miss any of our morning runs, after all. But you missed a morning run. Emmy crosses her arm and looked at me haughtily. Yeah, but that's a special case. It was me, and not you. That's not an explanation at all. I think this is where I'll end it for today, just because I've got some stuff to do. Thank you for watching, and, as always, have a good day, and goodbye.